Hey all, Hipper here. So today we are taking out the Martel, and this is a challenging battle. This one here, it is an Epicenter battle. They are always hard, I think, because not many people actually play the way that makes sense. And we're actually facing quite a bit of legendary battles, or legendary ships, I should say. Actually 4 of them here. And obviously that's something you don't want to see when you're in Martel. So in this video I'll introduce you to a concept I call Epicentre Rodeo, and it's pretty much all about battles like this where you are the underdog, and the only thing Martel can really bring into this battle here is its speed and maneuverability, and especially because there's only one destroyer on the enemy team. So if I can somehow grab the Epicenter quickly right off the bat, right in the beginning here, it's unlikely that all those legendaries are actually going to push in and retake the Epicenter, because my experience tells me they don't do that. So it would be different if there was 3 or 4 destroyers, because there's no way I can keep all of them out of the cap, and they would just take the cap from under me, and a different approach would be better. But in this instance here, because everything just plays into my cards here, only one destroyer and lots of legendaries that are unlikely to push in. So if I can grab this cap here quickly and easily, then that's when we get into the rodeo part, because then of course I have to get out again. So it doesn't matter too much that I get spotted on the way in, because I'm fast and agile enough to avoid most incoming fire. And once I get into the position here, I'm kind of relying on my team to help me out here, because I don't have a radar, I only have a sonar. And I do have it on, and the Iowa here is obviously the problem. He has actually pushed in, which is a bit surprising, but he is the only one. And the destroyer is over here, assuming somewhere, spotting me. And we just need the Iowa gone, and then I should be able to grab all 3 rings of this cap here, and then we'll get into the rodeo part. But first I need my team to help out with the Iowa, and there he goes. So there's still someone in the outer ring, the outermost ring, and that's obviously a battleship. So sooner or later he's going to disappear, and then we'll have taken the whole cap here. So I mean, yeah, sure, I could kite around somewhere outside the Epicenter here and set ships on fire, but with so many legendaries, there was 2 Kurfürsts and 2 Iowas. I know they're not legendaries, but you have to burn them down nonetheless. A Des Moines, and I forget what the last one was. I think it was in Alaska. I mean, that's not exactly something you can do quickly enough in a Martel. So I picked this approach instead, and the battleship had left the cap, and we got all 3 rings now. So let's get into the rodeo part here, because obviously as soon as I leave this position here, I'm gonna get focused by everyone. And step 1 is to get up to speed, and I don't have my my speed boost ready here. So the acceleration is going to take a bit of time, and that's where I'm at my most vulnerable. But if I can make it out of here, and I just keep an eye on every single ship here, because there's going to be incoming fire from everywhere. And this is where it feels like pretty much sitting on an electric bull, just getting shaken around, and like debris falling everywhere. So that's my kind of rodeo here. So like I said, if I can make it out of here, then all we have to do now is just defend the cap, or the Epicenter, whatever you want to call it, which is obviously a lot easier than heading into the like the hell circle, the middle, the fray here, whatever you want to call it. And that's going to be difficult, but now we have a major advantage. And like I said in the beginning, it's unlikely that these legendaries are going to push in, because really they never do. And the destroyer is dead, so there's really no one left to retake this cap here, except for a cruiser or 2, and that's going to be a difficult thing to do. I mean, we are still equal on ships, so it's not like the blue team over here are defenseless, and it's going to be quite an adventure to head in to the middle circle in this cap here, and in a cruiser nonetheless, and try to turn the ticking of the points. So now I have played my ship to its fullest. I mean, I've used my agility and my speed to get in to the middle of the hell epicenter here, grab all the rings, and now I can play it to its other strength, which is just, you know, sitting at far, setting fires, because there's no really, like, I don't have to move in anymore. We have the initiative in this battle here, and if we can just keep the enemies out for long enough, then we'll win. So it's a way of, you know, giving your team an easier time, basically. Like, no one needs to do, like, well, let's just be honest here. The job that no one wants to do is to go into the middle, unless you're a destroyer, and you know, face the whole red team in case you get spotted. And as a good player, it's, in my opinion, it's your job to do the things that are difficult and that no one else wants to do. And sure, absolutely, sometimes you will get absolutely punished for making a move like this, and well, too bad. But then most of the times you actually succeed, and it's quite satisfying, to be honest. That's also why I don't think you've seen one video of mine where I play the more traditional way of playing cruisers, where, you know, you stay at range in the beginning and then you push in once you have an advantage. That's, you know, the smart way to play cruisers, let's put it that way. But that's not the fun way to play cruisers, and that's not where agile cruisers excel. These cruisers here are made to fight, you know, bad odds, and, you know, when you are outnumbered, and you should really make advantage of that, or take advantage of that, trying to give your team an edge, and preferably early on in the battle. I mean, I have done videos where I put on a classic damage build, and, you know, I sit from afar and then I burn down one battleship, and yeah, okay, now we can push into the next island, and then we burn the next battleship, and then we can push in a little bit further, and then there's like 8 minutes gone, and it's pretty boring. I mean, I have to be honest here, and when I watch videos like that myself, yeah, it's not really, I mean, sure, you get nice XP and high calibers and all that stuff, but it's not exactly riveting entertainment, I think. And I much prefer battles where you are brawling, you know, against overwhelming odds, and you know, shells are falling around your ship all the time, and torps are whizzing, and carriers are dropping, and all that stuff. Like, you know, a real action-packed battle, and it's rare you get that sitting behind an island spamming HE. If I want to play a more, you know, slow and methodical game, then I play battleships, and that's where I put a lot of thought into my positioning, and, you know, where the red team is positioned, and how I can, you know, best utilize my amazing AP powers in those battleships. Agile cruiser play is a little bit more fluid. Like, sometimes you just have to take a chance, really, and sometimes it pans out, and sometimes there's just a battleship right around the corner with its, you know, turrets pointed right at you, because, yeah, you went in before, you know, anyone spotted that for you. And, well, I don't mind that. And sure, you can play cruisers in a way that, like, stops you, like, getting into situations like that. But like I said, that's where the fun part is for me, and that's also where I get like the very interesting videos. I like to have completely different playstyles in the 3, or I guess 4 classes of ships here. I mean, destroyers are all about stealth and you know, being an assassin, Battleships all about raw power and just brute force, and in my opinion, cruisers all about agility and support, really. So that was the Rodeo battle here in Martel. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.